Saturday, August 20th, 2022. Coming to Hartford, Michigan at the Van Buren Poorhouse Museum, it's Ghost-O-Rama. Ghost-O-Rama is a one-of-a-kind event. It's a paranormal meet and greet / flea market / Comic-Con, car show, and much, much more. There'll be paranormal groups, the Ghostbusters, the Mystery Machine, spooky vendors, live band, ghost tour, Jurassic Park, killer cars, food truck, disc jockey, historical museum, kid haunted house, and much more. Van Buren County Historical Museum. That's right, out at 58471 Red Arrow Highway, Hartford, Michigan, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's an outdoor market, which is free to the public. That's right, you heard me. It's open to the public. There'll be a museum tour, $5 per person. Also, from 9 to 11, a ghost tour, $20 per person. That's right, Ghost-O-Rama is hitting West Michigan, Saturday, August 20th, 2022, at the Hartford Van Buren Poorhouse Museum. This is sponsored by Southern Michigan Paranormal's UnrestrictedRadio.com, the Great Lakes Ghostbuster Coalition, How to Halloween, Frankenfest, and the Midwest Parahistorical Society.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Good Friday morning coffee and chat. Hope you guys are all doing well this morning. We get to investigate that museum tomorrow night. That way we get a heads up on exactly what's going on there. There's a lot of stories that come out of that place. There's a lot of articles in there that, according to the stories, I've got attached to them. I got to be careful doing that. This bloody damn heart monitor they got me on is going to go nuts. For those of you that didn't hear, I'm monitored up for the next week. They want to check my heart and see if that's the reason I'm getting lightheaded. You know, like the day I passed out there at the hospital when I went to get the blood clot checked out. They think that my heart might have fluttered or something, and that caused the lightheadedness, caused me to pass out, even though they done an ultrasound on my heart when they got me up off the floor, got me back into the ER. They sent me down and done an ultrasound on my heart and said it was fine, but my doctor seems to want me to go to a cardiologist. So now I gotta try to not suffocate myself in bed with these 3 leads running to this cell phone I have to wear on my side for the next week. It's about that big, Tony. I mean, it's a cell phone. I got a belt clip for it. The leads just run down under my shirt, and it clips on my side. You know, of course, it's got that normal, you know, entry display thing, you know, any symptoms I have, stuff like that. You know, I hit it and report the symptoms, or I can call them. I was actually joking. I was joking with the nurse yesterday, and I said, now, it is in my report that I'm a paranormal investigator, right? So they're not going to like freak out if all of a sudden, you know, like my heart rate skyrockets or something like that. And she just laughed and said, no, I think you'll be okay. I'm like, good. I really appreciate that. You know, I don't want everybody thinking I'm having a heart attack or something like that when I'm actually off doing an investigation and I get startled or something like that. It might very possibly have more storage than my current phone. The only bad thing about this unit is I have to like it come with 2 batteries, so I have to change the battery out every 12 hours. So what I done is I flip my times around where I have to change the battery and take my blood thinner at the same time. So I always remember if I do one, I have to do the other. But yeah, I got to wear this thing around for a week. And last night was terrible. last night was terrible. I was awake at about 2:40 this morning. I had pulled one lead off my chest, and I had my wrist wrapped up in the wires. I got up and I said, you know something, screw this. This is 3 times now I've either pulled the thing out from under my pillow and hit my hand on it, or laid my face on it, or pulled a lead off my chest. I said, so they're going to get a really good reading of what it's like for me not to sleep very well for the next week. We'll see what happens. Let me get up here. Wars that left me such their eyes stuck in the middle with you. Let me see here. Morning, Steven. Morning, Wook. Morning, Tony. Morning, KG. Morning, Santee. Morning, Rusty. Let me see. Did I miss anybody? Devilish. Good morning, bud. Hope you're doing good. John, I actually thought about duct tape, dude. I actually thought about duct tape, but we're so poor right now, I can't afford duct tape. I've only got like a little teeny tiny bit of electrical tape left, and I have to fix my tripod before tomorrow night. One of the clips on the leg broke on it. So I have to fix it before tomorrow night's investigation at the Van Buren County Museum. So, you know, put Gorilla Glue on my pasties. I don't even have any Gorilla Glue. I don't have any wood glue, man. I got to get my Viking Lodge built before the 18th of May, and don't even have the money for the nails and the screws and stuff I need. I had somebody was supposed to bring me over a circular saw, since my stepson borrowed mine last year and burned it up and never replaced it. I had somebody supposed to bring me over a circular saw so I could get the panels cut for the walls, and they never showed. So, yeah. Plus, it's been raining. Every nice day we've had, it's rained. Now, here we are today. It's 41, and once again, clear. Yesterday was in the 40s and clear. Day before that was in the 60s and rain. The day before that was low 70s and rain. So it's not like I really got a lot of time to do stuff. I would suggest using this stuff on the skin. Oh yeah. My cigars, sell my cigars. They the cigars were an extra Bunny Day gift, an early Bunny Day gift. My store down the road down here actually ordered me a case, so 12 boxes, and they give me a box yesterday when I went down there, because I told them, you know, things have been kind of slow, so they threw a box at me and told me to pay them when I could. So I'm not going to complain, though. I mean, you know, $23 for 75 cigars. I'm not going to complain. Let me see here. Well, Rusty's firing up history already, guys. 1715, Poca Toledo Massacre triggers start of the Yamasee War, colonial South Carolina. My crabbing looks like we put off due to rain. Go figure. I hear we have it coming. I just haven't seen any yet. Pay him with beer caps. Just 1783 American Revolution. The Continental Congress ratified preliminary articles of peace, ending the 7-year-long war with Great Britain. And I only got to go through 5 days of kidney stone attacks and cataract surgery. I feel for you, John. I feel for you. I've had kidney stones, and they are not nice. I remember laying on a couch in extreme pain for about 4 days before I finally got that sucker to come out. I'll tell you what, when it did, it was a relief. Oh, dear God, it was a relief. The cataracts, I don't have any of those things to worry about yet. I got glaucoma forming in the back of both eyes, but my doctor don't want to do anything till it gets more advanced. So we'll see. But I feel for you, bud. Those kidney stones alone, my God. Set for at least a week. Pretty close, yeah. That's how pushers deal with addicts. Yeah, they give you a freebie first, get you hooked again, then they start charging you. 1817, first American school for the deaf opens, huh? Hartford, Connecticut. Good morning, Robert. Good to see you, bud. At least having the cigars back is a relief. Very much so. Very much so. I'll tell you what, you can only do those ultralight 120s for so long. And especially what she pays for those things, man. I don't feel right smoking them, but any of you guys that smoke out there, you know what I was going through. She pays $75 a carton for what used to be a subgeneric. Wow. All right, let's see here. 1817 American Asylum, now American School for the Deaf, first permanent U.S. school for deaf, founded by Reverend Thomas Galladay, Dr. Mason Cogswell, and teacher Laurent Glicker. 1850 City of San Francisco Incorporated. Went downhill after that. I know feelings I had stones for. 1861 Federal Army, 75,000 volunteers mobilized by U.S. President Abraham Lincoln. I wondered if that in the hospital should work my way up. Doggone. 1862, American poet Emily Dickinson first corresponds with author and future literary mentor Thomas Wentworth Higginson in relationship that lasts the rest of her life. 1864, General Steele's Union troops occupies Camden, Arkansas. Marlboros are 98. Dude, I'll tell you what, when I lived in Tennessee 8 years ago, they were paying $50 a carton down there at Murphy's, there in front of Walmart in Crossville, Tennessee, for Marlboros. I was smoking Pyramid cigarettes at the time, paying $35 a carton for them. And now, understand, Tennessee's pretty cheap on their tobacco. My wife pays $22 and change for 3 packs of Pyramids up here. But down there, you're getting my mom and dad are still buying Pyramids for about 40. I think mom said $42 a carton for Pyramids down there at Murphy's. So she's getting 4 extra packs for free for what my wife would pay for 6 packs up here. It's crazy. Ribs, yeah. Like 1865, Mobile, Alabama is captured by Union forces after a siege led by General Carby. where I quit when they hit 55 cents a pack. I didn't start until they were over 55 cents a pack. I think the first pack of cigarettes I bought on my 20th birthday was $1.65 a pack. When I went to Texas in '98, I was buying Newport Ice for $2.23 a pack. When I came back from Texas, they were $5 and change a pack, and that was just 3 years. Now, here in Michigan, they're almost $8 a pack. 1865, Abraham Lincoln, that thing jumped. Dies 9 hours after shot by John Wilkes Booth while attending to play Our American Cousin at Ford's Theater in Washington. I'd love to get in there and investigate that place. 1870, last day U.S. silver coins allowed to circulate in Canada. You too, John. Get well, bud. Me and you both, I swear. You got kidney stones and cataracts. I got my heart being checked out. I got a blood clot. They still can't bring my blood sugar down regardless of what they put me on. Now they got me on 3 pills for it. And it's still sitting in between 275 and 300. And they're just sitting there scratching their head. And I'm still yelling, possibility insulin resistant. It's been 6 years. Should we check on resistance to insulin, guys? Maybe once. Just see. 1874, New York legislature passes compulsory education law. 1877, Boston Somerville installs the world's first telephone in Massachusetts. 1878, Harley Procter introduces ivory soap. And little kids with foul mouths have hated his name ever since. Whatever, Marlboro 78 carton was $3.29. Wow. 1892, General Electric Company formed by merger. Thomas Edison's General Electric with Thompson Houston Electric Company, arranged by J.P. Morgan and incorporated in New York. Go figure. Everything happens in New York. 50 cents a pack in the start of 79. Newport Ice, they still around? I don't think so. I don't think so. Newports themselves are, but I don't think Newport Ice are. You could buy this thing from FX in Kentucky under $2 a carton. When I was in grade school, I bought cigarettes at a vending machine for, I think, 50 cents. I went to Speedway one day, got 2 packs of Marlboros for $12. That's not bad. That's not bad. $8.95. Josephine Bland makes hip and harness lift of 3,564 pounds. 1900, early 50-mile races won by electric car in over 2 hours. Ivory is better than lye. Oh, yeah, any day of the week. Nuclear tests are all in Nevada and New Mexico. Yeah, pretty much sums it up. Well, you know, except for those Bikini Island tests. (1910) William Howard Taft is first U.S. president to throw out the first ball at a baseball game. 1911, Jack Lawrence Theater opens at 137 West 48th Street in New York City. No, now why? 1947, Jackie Robinson breaks collar barrier. been sitting here since before 3 o'clock, and now all the email pops up. I am including this one story. 1912, RMS Titanic sinks at 2:27 a.m. off Newfoundland as the band plays on with the loss between 1,490 and 1,635 people. Started working on a new video yesterday. I wasn't even really sure if I was going to do a live stream this morning. I wanted to, but my leg, my left knee and my hip have just been killing me the last couple days. And I'm trying to get myself in shape for tomorrow night's investigation there at the Van Buren County Museum. And I woke up this morning and just tired as hell. By 7 o'clock, went in, laid down for a little bit, got right back up, and came in here and decided we're going to do it. Worked on a video for a little bit yesterday. Actually found some true history on a group of people that came into New Orleans in the 18th century called the Coffin Girls. Came over from France. We'll be releasing that video today. Pretty interesting stuff. 1922 legendary Poodle Dog restaurant closes in San Francisco. That's because by 1922, people in San Francisco were interested in other fluffy tails, not the ones on the Poodle Dog. 1923, first sound on film public performance shown at Rialto Theater. 1923, insulin becomes generally available for diabetics. Yeah, 1924, WHOAM in Des Moines, Iowa begins transmission. 1924, Rand McNally publishes its first road atlas. Coffin, as in big box, coffin. I apologize for the fake shit that I share. It's all right, Rusty. It's all right to throw in some fake shit, but just keeps everybody on their toes, and then they jump onto Google real fast to check it out. Wait a second. Seriously? The fake stuff is fun. I do. I will admit to that. You throw up some really convincing fake shit on here, I'm going to be the first one to Google it and say, wait a second, what? "1931, first backwards walk across America begins." I bet that was interesting to watch. 1940, nothing happened for a whole decade. Jeez, criminy. Boring ass time to live. 1941, first helicopter flight of 1 hour duration in Stamford, Connecticut. You figure a decade is only 10 years. This decade is 10 years. Tatanka, you caught one of my 5-story changes on 4-1. $1943 Metropolitan Life Insurance issues a $225 million check to Chase. Did they fall down and hurt their boo-boo? Did they get a boo-boo? 1945, FDR buried in grounds of Hyde Park. Hyde Park home. A decade. Damn fingers. A decade of this day is 10 days. 48 down there. Wow. We're up to 42 now. So we're only supposed to be, I think, in the high 40s or low 50s today. So we'll see. Had a couple, like I said, we had a couple of good days and it rained. What do you do? 40 over in Illinois. $1947. Jackie Robinson becomes the first African American to play in the U.S. Major League Baseball. And he broke the collar barrier. Which what the collar barrier is, but anyway. 1948, KCPX now, KTVX, TV Channel 4 in Salt Lake City, Utah. First broadcast. Salt Lake City, Utah. Huh? Can imagine the commercials they got on that one. Bring you your 19 wives and 47 children on down to Happy's for pizza on Friday night. We're offering specials on the Supreme Pizza, $22.95. We have a special pizza for those of you with larger families. You can order 17 pizzas for $100. Oh, shit. Yeah, there's one of them right there. 1952, Franklin National Bank issues first bank credit card. In 1952, U.S. performs a nuclear test at that place that was mentioned just a few minutes ago. In 1952, the maiden flight of the B-52 Stratofortress prototype. That was a hell of a plane, guys. The Stratofortress was a hell of a plane. (1953) WHP TV Channel 21 in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania begins broadcasting. 1954 KARK TV Channel 4 in Little Rock, Arkansas. Well, they decided to begin broadcasting too. KARK TV.
for WHOTV Channel 13 in Des Moines, Iowa. Begins broadcasting. Let's see, today's the 15th. Tomorrow will be the 16th. Yeah, tomorrow night we have got the Van Buren County Museum investigation next week. Next week is going to be that big investigation in South Bend, Indiana at the Morris Performing Arts Center. Can't wait for that one. Good morning, amigo. How you doing today, Marco? Yes, 16 follows 15. Yes. Happy Easter, my friend. Well, happy Easter weekend. Joe. Yep. Good. Good, amigo. I'm glad. (1955) Ray Kroc opens the first McDonald's Incorporated fast food restaurant in Des Plaines, Illinois. That's a hell of a story right there. Him and the wife go on vacation. They run across the McDonald's brothers' one little stand and fall in love with the burgers, fall in love with the fries, decide to buy them out. And now look at that place. It started off as one little teeny tiny restaurant, and now they are in every single country around the world. Yeah, except Russia now. They have closed up in Russia. Two weeks ago, the first McDonald's that opened in Riyadh. Also the first Steak and Shake. Love me some Steak and Shake. Not as much as I like White Castles or Crystals, but I like me some Steak and Shake. 1955, U.S. performs nuclear test at Nevada test site. 1957, KTVI-TV Channel 2 in St. Louis, Missouri begins broadcasting. 1957, Saturday mail delivery restored in the U.S. after Congress gives the post office $41 million. 1958, 10th Emmy Awards, Gunsmoke, Robert Young and Jane Wyatt win. Five Guys. You got it, Joe. You got it. Sadly enough, our nearest Five Guys is in South Bend. So I don't get Five Guys very often. That was the best part of working security for the last company that I worked for, is I got to do security at Five Guys every Friday and Saturday night, because it was right on the Notre Dame campus. And always got free burgers, free fries, free milkshakes. Love me some Five Guys. My daughter's crazy for it. I honestly think the best burger I ever had came from Waffle House. Never had a burger at Waffle House. I'm more of Burger King. Chipotle used to be good. Now it's gross. I've never ate at Chipotle. I can make Mexican food. I always have Chipotle in my refrigerator. horseradish mayonnaise, hot sauce, things like that. So I want spicy. I just cook my own stuff. Same with my burgers here. Put some jalapeno chips, a little bit of hot sauce, some horseradish mayonnaise, you know, things like that on a burger. Yeah, I enjoy Five Guys. Yep. Yeah, I knew you was going to be the first one to speak up about that. Fidel Castro begins U.S. goodwill tour. And he hit every goodwill he could before he went back home. My missus agrees too. I've tried them, 6 different Waffle Houses, all great. Wow. Well, you know, that's why they switched their name there for, switched their slogan there for a little bit. Waffle House, the place for hamburgers. Steak tips maybe tonight. No clue what we're doing tonight. No clue at all. 1959, U.S. Secretary of State John Foster Dulles resigns. (1960) Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee organizes at Shaw U. Traveling, we look for White Castle and Waffle House. Well, they closed down our White Castle in Monroe, Michigan, probably 7 or 8 years ago. So now my nearest White Castle is either Valparaiso, Indiana, or Kokomo, Indiana. Other than that, they start ordering White Castles for me up here at the store, and we've not had the money to get any of them. But they order me a case a month of sliders up there. I bring them puppies home, stick them in the microwave, 6 at a time. (1960) Guy Carawan sings "We Shall Overcome" to a Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee in Raleigh, popularizing the song as a protest anthem. They really aren't the same. I agree with you on that, Tony, but you know, 3-hour trip almost, 2.5-hour trip one way to get a bag of sliders and onion chips. And I make my own onion chips here at home, so I know they're not the same, but you know, they work in a pinch. 1961, Meredith Willson's musical The Music Man, starring Robert Preston and Barbara Cook, closes at Majestic Theater, New York City after 1,375 performances, 5 Tony Awards, and a Grammy. Now that's a long-standing performance right there. I think that's the biggest one we've ever had on here. 1962, U.S. national debt above 300 trillion. Some things are just worth the effort. And that's exactly how I look at it. They just don't taste the same. Now, I can make sliders here at home. I've actually found a real good recipe for making the sliders here, but unfortunately the buns just aren't right. That's billion, 3, 1, 2, 3, well, okay, 4 spaces, I'm sorry, 300 billion dollars. Trillions, one more, and then you got quadrillion, quintillion. 1963, Steve Allen's musical Sophie, based on the life of American singer and comic actress Sophie Tucker, Opens at Winter Garden Theater, New York City, runs for 8 performances. 1964, Chesapeake Bay Bridge opens, world's longest bridge. Oh man, that sucks. That thing's right in the way of that poor Wolfie's face back here. That poor little feller. Welcome back, mi amigo. I think we lost Rusty. Is Rusty? Rusty, you can't leave in the middle of history. Poor Rusty's probably going through everything that happened in history for this day, and it's just kind of like sucks, not important, not relevant, no one cares. Eh. I'm not really scared of water. I'm scared of what's in the water. That's the reason that I was relieved that our cruise was canceled back in 2020. Water could be 1,000 feet deep and it wouldn't bother me. It's just the thing that I can't get out of my head is there's stuff down there big enough to not even have to chew to swallow me. It could just open its face up and I would go right down into its gullet without a bite. So that's my big thing. (1966) KHET-TV Channel 11 in Honolulu, Hawaii begins broadcasting across Lake Opitz. What's a train? That's a bridge. Wow. Well, some things to do. I must go. All right, my friend. You take care, Marco. Have yourself a great Easter weekend, my friend. And love to the family and stuff. Take care. We'll catch you later. You're more likely to be eaten by a bear. Oh, I know. Luckily, we don't have a lot of those in this area. They're more up north. Be waiting for that Bigfoot investigation later on this year. We will be up in bear country camping. So think of it like this: when you're on Chesapeake Bay Bridge system, it has the appearance that you're just driving on the surface of the water. It is until you suddenly drop beneath the bay. That's kind of like how I was going into Norfolk. I was running right along the bay and all of a sudden went 100 some odd feet below the water knowing that there were, you know, almost the entire Atlantic fleet was sitting up there above me, and you know, that just absolutely fascinated me. Being under the water don't bother me. Being in the water, that bothers me. All right, Marco, you take care, my friend. Take care. We'll see you around. Rusty, do you and I have to have a talk? Have you got a thing with? I mean, I'm just not understanding this thing with men and things today. Are you okay? Under all those sailors, you know, that's almost as bad as saying, "Yep, he went to the wrestling match on the naval base this weekend and tried wrestling some of those sailors for the big jackpot. Dude spent the whole weekend covered in semen." 1970, Cry for Us All closes at Broadhurst Theater, New York City after 8 performances. I wish Santee was still here. His experience in theater and on Broadway, you guys could actually hear firsthand, you know, what would be a good performance and what would be a bad performance. He does seem to be questioning your leaning. My leaning is just fine. My leaning is just fine. I don't lean to the left. I don't lean to the right. I am straight up and down. 1970 WMGZ TV channel 16 in Mayagüez, Puerto Rico. Oh, it begins broadcasting. 1970 WPSJ TV channel 14 in Ponce, Puerto Rico begins broadcasting. 1971 70 Girls 70 opens at Broadhurst Theater, New York City for 35 performances. 1972 Barbra Streisand, James Taylor, Carole King, and Quincy Jones perform at a benefit for George McGovern for president. A lot of good that did. (1975) the first appearance of the San Diego Chicken. I remember that cluck. I used to laugh at him when I was little. 1981, Janet Cook says her Pulitzer Award-winning story about an 8-year-old heroin addict is a lie. Washington Post relinquishes Pulitzer Prize on fabricated story. Truly sad. 1982, Apollo Computer announces the DN400, DN420 and landscape display. Never even heard of an Apollo computer. God, I lived a sheltered life. In 1983, Tokyo Disneyland opens. I'm not saying anything. I can't say anything without sounding some way, shape, or form racist. I can't do it. 1985, Challenger moves to launch pad for 51B mission. LA2, most people had only heard of computers from Star Trek and Radio Shack. Believe it or not, my mom's boss that owned the restaurant that she waited tables at ran his business off of a TI, God, what, like a TI 182 or something like that. I mean, it was only probably yay big, maybe 14 inches across, maybe 10 inches front to back. And it was almost like a laptop. Had a little pop-up screen, and he ran his whole business off of that computer. So yeah, Radio Shack and Texas Instruments, little teeny tiny bull malarkey. They weren't even computers. They were just basically storage devices. 1987, Barbara Cook, a concert opens at Ambassador, New York City for 13 performances. 1989, then largest lottery in North America, $69 million, drawn in Illinois. $1990, In Living Color premieres on Fox TV. My God, that was funny. Wayans, one of the Wayans brothers' best, where Jim Carrey got his start. He is in so much trouble now. 1991, former child actor Adam Rich from 8 is Enough, charged with burglary. He burgled. 1991, New York State raises maximum unemployment benefits to $280 a week. You can do what you want to do in living color. In living color. Why? Why did they raise the unemployment benefits, or why is Jim Carrey in trouble now? Only little people pay taxes. 1992 billionaire Leona Helmsley is sent to jail for tax evasion. Oh, Kerry, because of the remarks he made about Will Smith at the Oscars, and then it came out later that he had hit somebody publicly like that in the past. So, you know, it's the pot calling the kettle black thing. Oh, I did it, but that I was in the right, he was in the wrong, and the only really sad thing is that now, because you know how most people are so bored with their own lives, the slap heard round the world is going to be there for the rest of our lives. We're going to be seeing memes and all kind. I was watching the internet the other day and I seen a video where somebody had green screened Thanos from the Avengers up there, and Will Smith walked up and smacked Thanos across the face. Everybody's using that now as a base for some kind of ha-ha BS crap. So winning the lottery don't make you big. No, it doesn't. But if you're a caring enough individual, it can make a lot of people at least comfortable for a while, depending upon how responsible they are. TV show appearance in 1992, Jay Leno final appearance as permanent guest host of The Tonight Show. 1992, Lincoln Hospital in the Bronx, New York loses its accreditation. It is no longer accredited. 2019, Aretha Franklin posthumously receives the Pulitzer Prize Special Citation Honor, first individual woman to win it since 1930. Texas Adventure. Do I want to see pictures from 2 years ago? No, because I was a fat ass 2 years ago. (2020) revised death count for New York, taking into account assumed COVID-19 deaths, makes the city's per capita death rate higher than Italy at 10,367 at that date. 2020 U.S. deadliest day during COVID-19 pandemic with 2,700, and move this little thing out of the way, 52 deaths reported. 2021 is shooting at FedEx facility in Indianapolis, Indiana, leaves 8 dead and 5 injured. And things are already taking off on the tube this morning. Pop up, pop up, pop up, pop up. And that's all, folks, for today in history for April 15th, 2022. Thank you, Rusty, for another good day in history. As always, a lot of cool stuff in there, even some things I didn't know. Like I said earlier, guys, as soon as we end this, I will be putting the final touches on today's video. It is the history of New Orleans and a group of people who were sent over the by the French aristocracy, called the Coffin Girl or the Casket Girls, or Coffin Girls. So, which coffin back then meant basically a trunk or a suitcase. Hey, Bigfoot, good to see you, bud. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good today. Happy Good Friday to you. But there was a special group of those girls who showed up during the 18th century that started rumors in New Orleans that live till today. So we'll be checking out the whole story of the formation of New Orleans and the Coffin Girls. Is this considered a sighting? Hey, this is considered a sighting of a very popular Bigfoot. Congratulations on the book release, Connor. Congratulations, man. I'm still waiting on my signed autograph copy so I can read it and talk about it on the channel. Big Brother Bigfoot. I have some chores to finish up. I'll be listening. I tell you. All right, Rusty. Sounds good, bud. I might be cutting off here about 9:30 or so anyway, so I can get the rest of the recording and stuff done, get that video up today. We do not have a guest scheduled for tonight because of me dealing with the clot and the medication and stuff like that. I did not schedule a guest because I didn't know what I was going to be like by tonight. Hopefully fingers crossed. Hopefully here real soon we can get Bigfoot Anon on here on a Friday night stream. Talk about his experiences, his stories, and his books. I actually had never heard of the first book, Eerie Swamps, but I would really like to. I'd really like to delve into some of those books and some of his writings and stuff like that. I never pass up a good book. For sure, I never pass up a good book. But like I said a little bit ago, it's going to be a busy couple weeks now. Along with the videos and the live streams, we've also got the investigation tomorrow night of the Van Buren County Museum. Next weekend, we have got the Morris Performing Arts Center in South Bend. We will be the first paranormal team to ever get into that place in its 100 years of existence. There are a lot of unreported stories in there. One of the things that I requested for this investigation next week is I wanted media coverage for it, and they countered and asked that we come in and do the investigation, and based on what we find, they possibly will want us to come back in October and do another investigation, and they will have television and radio there to cover us for that investigation. They didn't want to have radio and TV come out for next week's investigation and us not find anything. Even though there is a lot of interaction and activity there when people are not filming and stuff, they don't know how the powers that be will interact with strangers there doing an investigation. So based on next week's investigation, we will see what happens in October. KG's going live tonight at 5. Cool. Good morning, Debbie. Good to see you this morning. Hope you're doing well on this Good Friday. For everybody that works, I thought every Friday was a Good Friday, but I don't know. Oh. Like I said, I will be dropping the video later today. We might do, since I don't have a guest for tonight, we might go on and do the video as a premiere tonight, but actually do another pre-premiere live stream like we did the other night, and see how that works out. I actually wish there was a way that I could set up a live stream and stream for a while and then play the video, but they don't let you set it up like that. So good morning, Sonny. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good this morning, dear. Hope things are a little nicer up there in the central part of the state than they are here. 42 degrees, overcast, blah, blah, blah. I've been busy with my nephew's family home from Belgium for a visit. Very cool. Very cool. I hope you're enjoying their visit. Good morning, Kevin. Good to see you. Yeah, I know, Debbie. I know. It's the same way for everybody. Ever since January last year, I hardly ever get notifications. Now that I've got 2 different devices with YouTube hooked up on both of them, if I don't get notifications on one device, I usually get them on the other. I just don't always have both of them on me. Windy. Yeah, we've not got rain down here yet. But you know, it's par for course. I mean, you know, I would almost venture to say, oh no, it can't rain today. It's only in the 40s. Here lately, it's not wanting to rain till we're almost 70, and we think we can get outside and actually do something in our yard or walk to the store or something, and then it starts a torrential downpour and high winds. That seems to be the theme of 2022 in Michigan. Is either it's going to be cold and clear, or it's going to be nice and warm and winds and high winds and rain. So I don't know. Your states are getting slammed with tornadoes. There's been a lot of tornadoes so far this year. And I'm air quoting, tornado season has actually just started. So I mean, you know, we've had a lot of tornadic activity already this year. It's terrible. And of course, that's actually something Mark wants to do this summer. Is he wants to go out and do some storm chasing. So we'll see how that works. We'll see how that works out. Ryan Hall. I watch a lot of the I watch a lot of the storm chase videos. I watch a lot of the weather videos, things like that, to know what's going on. When I lived in Texas for like a summer, I tried my hand at amateur storm chasing down there, and it was interesting. I mean, we've seen a little bit of stuff. I wish I would have had YouTube back then. We've seen some pretty cool stuff out there, but yeah, I don't know about storm chasing up here in the Midwest. Number one, we really don't have that much, so just keep in mind that chasing is an axiom. You can almost never catch a tornado. No, but they can catch you. They can catch you. One of the videos I watched this morning was people hit by tornadoes. It was people on like interstates and stuff like that that had no place to go. I mean, traffic just come to a stop. And here's these people sitting on the interstate. You're watching this thing slowly move across the interstate. And oh yeah, believe me, I know. I've seen them make a 90-degree turn in nothing. So yeah, I know. I don't see him taking his new car out, storm chasing. And frankly, between you and me, I would want probably 20 cinder blocks in the back end of that thing before we took it out anyway, because I think the whole car probably weighs like 200 pounds. Scare the hell out of me. And for no reason. Good morning, Caucasian. Good to see you, bud. I hope everybody is having a good Friday so far. Bunny Day is just a couple days away. Of course, you know, being the asshat that I am, if I had the money, I would find a meat market around here that has a rabbit. And of course, I would, you know, I would make rabbit for Easter. Then again, I'm the guy who likes to make venison on Christmas. So, of course, I'll be cooking Bunny Day dinner for the family. The wife has to work all weekend. We have got a pretty little turkey breast that she picked up several months ago. She found on sale. Probably 8 pounds, 7 pounds, something like that. So, and if she gets a ham from work, which they're giving away the hams at the casino today, but she doesn't know if she gets one or not. I'll cook both. I'll cook ham and turkey breast. I've been doing some tests for my not being able to walk very good and waiting on OK for insurance to let me get a CAT scan. Oh, wow. I hope everything works out with that, Sonny. They put me on the heart monitor yesterday. I was showing it off earlier. All the cute little hookups here, over here, down here. They want to see if that's the reason that I've been getting dizzy, and they're mostly concerned about me passing out there at the hospital when I was leaving a few weeks ago. Good morning, Taryn. Good to see you, dear. Hope you're doing good. They're concerned that that's the reason that, and I kept trying to tell them they done an ultrasound on my heart. They kept me overnight. They monitored my heart that day at the hospital, and they said my heart was strong. But my physician wanted me to go and see a cardiologist, and he looked over everything and said, they did everything I could do here, but we'll stick a monitor on you for a week and we'll see. So, you know, I spent my first night last night getting wrapped up in the cords and everything else, and I've been up since before 3 o'clock this morning. So I know what my next 6 days are going to be like. Good morning, Tyler. Hope you're doing good, bud. I'm fine, bud. I'm fine. I'm not having any more issues than I did. I'm having the chest pain again, so I know that my Xarelto is doing the job. It's breaking up the blood clot. It's passing up through my lungs, which, you know, they told me, and I told you guys that that's how I would know the blood clots breaking up, is I would have chest pains as the blood clots passed into my lungs and dissolved back into the lining of my lungs and stuff like that. But yeah, this is just a precautionary thing, you know. Change the battery every 12 hours and just keep it on for a week. Take a shower, take it off, put it right back on again, and get it back to work. So, I mean, nothing's different. I'm peachy cool. Peachy cool and roaring and ready to get out there and start doing these investigations again. Like I said, we have the Van Buren County Poorhouse Museum we're going to tomorrow night. Next week, we have got the Morris Performing Arts Center, which sadly I just found out like 3 days ago Taryn would not be joining us for. I guess there's like a scheduling issue or something. And I'm really kind of upset because I was very much looking forward to Taryn coming out and hanging out with us. Damn them schedules. It's kind of like Dad always said, plans are those things we make as life passes us by. Let me see. I'm never doing good, Drew. It's either great or same as every day. Lazy cops have me on a roll. Oh, of course. I know, bud. I know. We've chatted about it, and I know what's going on, and it's a pain in the ass, and there's really nothing you can do about it except keep pushing. Keep pushing. So, man, I have to go run a few errands. So everybody have a good day. Remember what Christ did for us. Amen, Rusty. You take care. Go get your errands and stuff done. We will be on tonight. Probably, like I said, probably a premiere of the video I'm working on now about New Orleans and the New Orleans Coffin Girls, and probably a pre-premiere live stream before it. So, I was listening since 8:15 this morning. I had to wake up. It's all right, Taryn. It's all right. We'll get a chance to meet up, honey. It's no big deal. I understand what schedules are like. Not a big deal. But you take care, Rusty. Have a good day, bud, and we'll see you tonight. Plans are what we do to make God laugh. Yep, you are right on that. I found out 2 different restraining order, criminal and civil, and she broke both. Debbie, tonight I will probably, I'm planning on doing the pre-premiere live stream at 7, and I will run it until 8. And then we'll have the premiere from 8 till, you know, however long until the premiere is over. Yeah, there you go. We're going to be in that 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time time area. Budget care. You too. Glub, 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 glub. Love, 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 love. Ding. Don't know who that was because nothing popped up here. Oh, yep. Just popped up. But yeah, guys, I'm going to end this here in about 2 minutes so I can get the rest of my recording done and get that video up. I don't know what the editing programs are going to do today. Here lately, one day they'll work just fine, and everything will sync up and upload really fast. The next day, it'll sit at 0% encoded for hours, which is why the sound was so bad on that one video I had to erase a couple weeks ago, because I had to screen shoot the video off of one editing program and then put it on and upload it on another editing program. So, everyone, Drew, glad I caught you this morning. I'm glad you did too, Taryn. I'm glad you did too. I miss having you around, honey. Like I said, we'll get together sometime here real soon. Hopefully our schedules, mine, yours, Mark's, and the rest of the crew, your boyfriend, everything will jog up and just kind of fit together, and we'll get together this summer sometime. We got a lot of cool stuff going on this year, so if nothing else, you can come and play with us in the late summer, early fall when we do our search for Bigfoot up north. Bring your tent and your sleeping bag because it's going to be a weekend long camp out. Great day. Oh, I try to hit at least 11 channels a day. Give like, always leave comments there. I do the same thing, Debbie. I try to hit as many of them as I can. As many of them as I can. So, have a great day. Say shit. But all right, guys, it is that time. I'm gonna any glamping. Don't know about the glamping thing. Manistee State Park is pretty wild. We're talking rocky cliff faces, raging rivers. I've never seen anyone glamp. So we'll just have to see. I'll check on that though. But I'm gonna hit it, guys. Get this video done and get working on it. Like I said, we will be on for a pre-premiere live stream tonight, 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till 8, and immediately following that, we will do the premiere of the video on the Legends of New Orleans and the Coffin Girls. So you guys all have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. I do. We'll catch you all tonight.